All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We got Let's Talk Football episode number 7 here. Um, Fun week, fun weekend. We're only going to talk about a handful of games because I had to evacuate, or I didn't have to evacuate. I evacuated here in Tampa for that hurricane there, and our power came back on in like the second quarter of the 1 o'clock game. So we're going to talk like Packers, Lions, Bears. We'll go through a power rankings article, do all that fun stuff. Hit that like button, hit that sub button as always. Once again, guys, with the no show last week, traveling, we're in Bama, we're in Mobile. I guess that's not even how you say it. So sorry for no show. Our Wi-Fi was decimated in that hotel. But this is available on streaming sites. You guys love listening to it on Spotify specifically. The link is down below on this right now on Apple and Spotify. If you're listening on there and you could throw us a 5-star review, that would be awesome. Let's throw this in here. Let's talk football, man. Justin Fields jersey. We're definitely talking some Steelers. As always, this is mainly meant to be live talked. It doesn't make sense. Live chat. So chat it up. We got our iconic Christmas tree back there. This office is still very much a work in progress. Let's throw this in here. Let's talk about some Lions, man. I wish I had a thing here. I should probably start to plan these a little bit better. But the Detroit Lions yesterday took down the Dallas Cowgirls 1 week removed from that BS primetime last-second win against the Pittsburgh Steelers. 47-9, absolute domination. The only reason that sucked, obviously, is Aiden Hutchinson. They didn't show it on Fox, so that's how bad it is. I think it's not as bad as it is. I've been trying to avoid any Aiden Hutchinson news all day today because when you look at a video of that, it's just disgusting. It reminds me of Kevin Ware in March Madness a long time ago. That was just a gruesome, devastating injury. And I have been hearing some stuff from the comment section, Twitter, TV, what have you. And a lot of people want the Detroit Lions to make some type of move for Myles Garrett, Max Crosby, Micah Parsons, I've heard. I think Max Crosby would be sick, but I don't think he's going anywhere. I can't find a stupid freaking thing on here for the Detroit Lions. Of course. So that's bad. That's bad planning. Let's get a Lions box score here. But that game was not close at any point in time. Oh, my goodness. Let's see what ESPN. I hate doing ESPN on here. They always play stupid freaking ads. Oh, we got one starting right away. All right, this is disgusting. Let's go team stats. Get these ads out of here. Oh, and we're back. All right. Detroit Lions. Rippin Sewell, Dan Skipper. There was another one. Rippin offensive lineman. In the slot, lining up as wide receivers. Jared Goff, 18 of 25, 315 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Dallas had a brief lead after their first possession, and they scored a couple of points. Dallas sucks. They have sucked in the playoffs for a very long time, but they've typically been a really good regular season football team, especially at home. This game, it's just like every single time this happens with like America's team, especially, or like the Kansas City Chiefs or the Jets or any big market, the love is never given to the winner of this team. And we got Sean here, and this is a prime example of it. Here's a short answer for this YouTube chat group. Cowboys suck. It's just plain and simple. That's all you'll see on TV. I got the TV on the floor right over here that you can't see. That's all you'll see on Twitter. Maybe not Lions Twitter, but it's every week you'll have the Lions just won 47-9. They had a year of resentment and vengeance and revenge that they wanted to implement on Dallas, ideally in the playoffs of last season. But my Green Bay Packers took them down right out of the get-go. They lost because of that BS illegal formation or shifting or whatever it was in regular season last year. They should have won that football game. And they just plummet Dallas. The Detroit Lions, to me, are clearly the best team in football now. Once again, that Aiden Hutchinson injury absolutely blows. I don't even know what you do from now because Aleem McNeil's solid. Marcus Davenport's obviously done as well, but that was, high risk, high reward signing in the offseason. Detroit's going to have to make a move. The issue is, I think the trade deadline's November 4th. You got to get, and I assume Brad Holmes is already on the phone right now. You got to start making this happen ASAP. I think Hassan, the Jets are waiting him out. He just got a new agent. I don't know. I don't even want Hassan Reddick on that Lions team. I think that energy is poor. But if you, Aiden Hutchinson's like right now this season the best edge rusher in the National Football League. He had like what 7.5 sacks through 5 games of the season. Unbelievable, just pressure rate. Like Aiden Hutchinson's stats are just insane. They're eye popping. He's the best player on the defense by far. Now they have some nice pieces defensively, but that pass rush was a concern heading into the season. Now you just lost your best pass rusher for the entire season. So I would call Max Crosby in the Las Vegas Raiders, but once again, I don't even know if Devontae Adams getting traded. Yesterday's game for the Raiders, if you're a Raiders fan, was disgusting. It was a horrible game. Pittsburgh just dominated it. Aiden O'Connell got the start finally, and he just going up against the best defense in the NFL and the Pittsburgh Steelers, in my opinion. And I don't think they're going to trade Max Crosby. I don't even think the Browns will trade Myles Garrett, but the Detroit Lions got to start making some moves here. But the good news is you're 4-1. You're going to make the playoffs. I have a stat on here about this NFC North. I mean, the NFC North is by far the best division in football right now, but like Minnesota's undefeated. I know a lot of people don't like to believe that that's going to last for the entirety of the season here. Also, folks, check out my Twitter. The link is down below. This is my golf business Twitter, but look at this division. If you're listening on audio, point differential, the first 4 teams in the entire NFL as far as point differential goes are Minnesota in this order: Detroit, Chicago, and Green Bay. So you're 4-1. You're not even leading the division. So I don't know what they're gonna do, but they got to do something. Or guys like Josh Pascal, Lee McNeil, Levi, these guys got to step up in monumental ways. I'm a little bit worried about that defense, but I still think they're the best team in the NFL. You know, the Chiefs are right behind them, the Ravens are right behind them, but I'm worried for the Detroit Lions defense. If you're scoring 42 and you're scoring 47, you know, the defense can live with that. Oh, geez, man, we got low Wi-Fi. Sorry if the Wi-Fi is janky here. We're still post-storm. We got Packers Kingdom in the chat. What's good? I am a diehard Packers fan. I just like this. Of course, I'm wearing a Bears hat when I say that, but just from the Chicagoland area. Should we get Micah Parsons? I don't think Micah's going anywhere. And I don't think the Packers should go for Micah at all. I think Micah's, you know, like, I don't want to call him a one-trick pony, but I would rather have, you know, a true difference maker like, you know, Max Crosby or somebody like that. But I'm not worried about like, you know, Rashawn Gary or the Packers pass rush. I know that the numbers have been horrid, but I think they have the personnel group to make it happen. Rashawn Gary's decline is concerning. You know, Kenny Clark's getting up there in age. They got, you know, Rashawn and Kenny are taking a bunch of money up, but I don't think the Packers should make any type of move like that. We'll just get on over to some Packers talk here. I got a bunch of it. All right, let's see here. And then we'll get into some power rankings. Oh my God, is my audio okay? How are we at 1 fucking bar, man? Every time my Wi-Fi goes to 1 bar, there's no shot that this is legible. If we could get some chats going. I don't even want to talk. All right, now we're at 2. All right, this is gay, but whatever. All right, let's pull up some Packers stuff. Jordan Love is tied for second in the NFL with 12 passing touchdowns. He's missed 2 games. Malik Willis stepping in week 2, week 3 against the Colts and the Titans. I'm a biased Packers fan, but this defense, I think I've got the screenshot here. They've got 16 takeaways this season. Packers defense in 2023, they had 18 takeaways last year, the entire Green Bay Packers regular season defense. This season in 6 games, we have 17. So this defense is legit. And Jordan Love is back, and Jordan Love is mobile. Jordan Love is healthy. And I've got still, I mean, the cheapest, the youngest wide receiver room in the National Football League, Christian Watson, with a beautiful 44-yard touchdown yesterday against Arizona's secondary. Romeo Doubs makes his return. We'll get into that in a second. 3 touchdowns, 49 yards, two touchdowns. Jaden Reed could go off. Tucker Kraft could go off. Dontavian Wicks, Bo Melton can have some nice catches. We saw a little bit of Ben Sims because Musgrave's injury. Got Josh Jacobs. Emmanuel Wilson's been phenomenal. Fresh breath of air, kind of change it up a little bit. Marshawn Lloyd making his return here. Unfortunately, A.J. Dillon's still done for the season, but Emmanuel Wilson stepped like yesterday afternoon, 7 carries, 54 yards, 7.7 yards per catch or rush. I mean, his best offense talent. I'm biased, though. And then I got a defense stat here, too. Packers points allowed in the second half, the last 4 games. Week 3, 7. Week 4, 3. Week 5, 6. Week 6, 3. That's good. That's pretty good to me. All right, let's do this power rankings, and then I think that'll be a little bit better. Hit that like button if you haven't already. All right. This is because it's Monday, so people don't really do power rankings until tomorrow once this Monday night game is done. I need Breece Hall to have like 24 points. My opponent still has the Kansas City Chiefs defense starting. The Chiefs had a bye week, and the only 2 Bills and Jets defenses are already picked up. So I don't know if my buddy knows that he has no defense starting for the week, but at this point, I think it's a little too late. Kansas City Chiefs, number 1. I don't have too many comments on the Kansas City Chiefs, to be honest with you, coming off the bye week. Kareem Hunt looked like a freaking beast. Juju looked like a beast. I want to see it for another week. They got one of the best defenses in the National Football League, just like they did last year. They're going to be extremely hard to beat, as always. But we'll talk about Baltimore here in a second. But Baltimore and Houston, 2 teams that could take them down for sure. The Minnesota Vikings, to me, are the best team in the National Football League as it stands right now. Let's see. Oh, this is from sportingnews.com, by the way. The Vikings defense and its big playmaking could be cooled off by bye week. They could also use better health to get guys like TJ Hawkinson back in the mix on offense. But with defensive coordinator Brian Flores putting forth a coordinated of the year effort, this team can play with anyone. And that's true. Let's check out the Vikings' upcoming schedule here because you're 5-0. I don't know what the statistic odds are for you to get. We got an ad playing. Get out of here, man. No one wants you here. I don't know what the odds are, but they're probably really freaking good. Yeah, we just talked about that. What's up, D-Map? Brad Holmes definitely cooking something up. Something's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to be a Crosby, but something's definitely going to happen. I think I saw like a Trayvon Walker trade idea floated a couple of weeks ago for the Lions, just in general. Something like that could pop up. Let's take a look at this Viking schedule here. You're 5-0. So you're looking pretty good. Of course, I hate websites. Aaron, what's good, my dog? Aaron was at the Bears game yesterday. Got my Bears hat on. Apparently, they were chanting Green Bay sucks. One of my favorite things is, and we'll see this in a couple of weeks here when the Packers get down to Chicago, in the tunnels when you're walking to Soldier Field. It's such a cool walk, such a cool stadium. And in the tunnels, they just chant Green Bay sucks. And it's just funny because every year they don't beat us. I plan on wearing my Rodgers jersey. All right, so let's go. We got the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings squaring off next week. Is that at home? That's at home for Minnesota. That's going to be a big tester game. It's going to have, I know it's only going to be week 7, but that is going to be home field at stakes potentially. Then you got the Los Angeles. All right, so I'm going to just scroll through these. I'm going to go win. So I'm going to give Detroit week 7 here. Just sorry, Vikings fans. We'll go Rams 6 wins. I'm going to give them the win against the Colts. So we're at 7. Not great at math. Jags, I'm going to give them a win, 3. So we're at 8. Titans, 9. I'm going to assume that Minnesota goes 3-3 in every divisional game, okay? So we're at 9. Did I do Tennessee? God fucking damn it. All right. 5 wins. 6 wins against the Rams, 7 against the Colts, 8 against the Jags, 9 against the Titans. I'll give the Bears 1. We'll go 5 against Arizona. We'll give Atlanta 1. We'll win this one against the Bears. Are we at 11 wins already? Seattle on the road. I'll give it to Seattle. And then I'll give my Packers the win there, just once again, assuming that they go 3-3. Oh my God, I forgot about week fucking 18. But, so we have to give them that. So that's 12 wins. I know none of that made any sense. But the Minnesota Vikings have, math. Why did we move from 16 to 17? It makes it so much more difficult. We have 12 games remaining. If Minnesota goes 6-6 in their final 12 games, they're 11-6. And just considering how difficult this division is, and we're all about to play each other here soon, that probably wins the division. So Minnesota could have a home playoff game coming. All right, anyways, let's get back to this power rankings article. Jordan Love's my father. Hell yeah. All right, Detroit Lions clocking in at 3 here. Once again, I still think Detroit. I guess I said Detroit at the beginning of the stream was the best team in the NFL. So I guess that's a little contradictory. Minnesota and Detroit, I'll tie them both at 1. All right. Keep throwing some chats in. Any questions, any comments from your team's games, thoughts on the season after 6 weeks, throw them down there. The Houston Texans, I made a Texans video way too long. Texans are phenomenal. They're going to be phenomenal for years to come. Nico Collins, like, still the leading receiver in the NFL after getting hurt last week and being on the IR right now, still leading the NFL in receiving yards. The Houston Texans, 5-1. I mean, that division's easily theirs. All right, there we go. Thank you, guys. Diehard Cheeseheads. Should the Lions go for Max Crosby? I think you go for Max Crosby 100%. Could you imagine long-term having Crosby and Aiden Hutchinson there? See, here's the thing. Max Crosby, what did he go to Eastern Michigan? He's a Michigan guy. I think he fits their culture, kind of chip on the shoulder, aggressive, physical. I think he fits their philosophy perfectly. Once again, I don't think Tom Telesco, the GM of the Raiders, I don't think he's going to trade Max Crosby. I don't think Crosby pushed Mike Caldwell, on the sideline in yesterday's loss. That's just football. That's just sports and competition there, heat of the moment stuff. Max Crosby, the Lions, with Brian Branch, Carlton Davis, Terrion Arnold, Jack Campbell, Alex Anzalone, Derek Barnes, eventually. It's on paper the best defense, or one, I guess because they're super young. They'd be one of the better defenses in the NFL, but obviously Hutch is done for the year here. He went to Eastern. Oh, wow, that's sweet. I would trade for Max Crosby in a heartbeat. The issue is you're going to have to give up an arm and a leg. You're probably going to have to give up like 2 first-round picks for Max Crosby, and I don't think Brad Holmes would make a move like that, 2 first-round picks. Without Hutch, this Vikings game is going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. Thoughts on the Packers D-line? This game of the year next week. 12 o'clock start. Man, the Packers D-line, there's so much talent there. I felt like Kyler was running all over the place yesterday. Evan Williams, I had a whole thing ready for Evan Williams. I'll save it for a Packers video later this week. I think their defensive line is fine, man. I really do. I understand all the concerns with Rashawn Gary, specifically Rashawn Gary, but I feel like Kyler was, scrambling all the time. I think Kyler's a difficult guy to sack. Obviously week 1, Jalen Hurts, week 2, Anthony Richardson. You're trying to contain these guys. But man, like Rashawn Gary, TJ Slayton, Kenny Clark, Preston Smith, Lucas Van Ness, Devontae Wyatt, Carl Brooks had a really good game. Kingsley Ngabare. I mean, there's just too much talent. Coopers should be the starting linebacker next to Quay Walker, and Javon Bullard should be the full-time nickel. Get Jaden Reed off of punt return duties and put Keyshawn there. I don't know why I don't know who signed off on that. I got Evan Williams starting next to Xavier and then Javon in my nickel. I mean, they're so talented, but I don't know. I'm not concerned with the Packers rush defense. What's up, Swaggy? Everyone go check out Swaggy. I'm sure you guys have. Yo, what's up, Chris? This is the dude who does my thumbnails. Appreciate y'all. It was great to see the North all win their games this weekend, but the Lions had unfinished business with Dallas. Holmes would never do that. Talk about Crosby. Should I drop Marvin Harrison in fantasy? What are we? Was he done for the year? I thought he just had a concussion. You should never drop Marvin Harrison Jr. at any point in the entire season. Yeah, he's in concussion protocol. That's like saying, should I drop Malik Neighbors? Lost to my girl on auto. Yeah, that was tough. I'm banged up, man. I got hit with the bye week blues last week. It'll be all right. I didn't know I lost this week though. All right, let's move forward. Baltimore Ravens, phenomenal offense. Lamar Jackson's been a freaking stud. So much for 0-2. Thanks, Derrick Henry, for probably handing me a fantasy loss this week. Baltimore's phenomenal. Green Bay clocking in at 6. Justin Fields, the Pittsburgh Steelers at 7. It just keeps working. We haven't talked about Pittsburgh yet. It just keeps working. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I have like George Pickens on my fantasy team. I know I'm talking a lot of fantasy here. I'd love for Russ to get back in there in the pocket. So many of the like Justin Fields, I think threw for like a $144, $145 yesterday. Third, Zach Frazier got banged up. Roderick Jones is playing right tackle. And there's this one specific clip. I think I like saved it on my phone. Let me see if I sent it to myself on Twitter. And it's just like the worst. It's like the worst protection I've ever seen. And Justin Fields runs for like 6 yards. So here we go. I got it. Like, this is just terrible. And so, like, Swag says, like, Steelers have no passing game. And I think a lot of this has to do with this blocking. Like, look at this block. Look at Broderick Jones here as your right tackle. Right here. Let me make sure there's no volume. Like what? And Justin Fields turns this into a 15-yard run. Or is it second and 10? Yeah, this is a 15-yard run for Justin Fields. Once again, watch this clip. He's nowhere. That's Max Crosby. That's Max Crosby right next to you. There's no tight end next to you. Like, what do you think's blocking Max Crosby? Like, what are you doing? And he's just standing there. He's like, what? He's like, what are you doing? What on earth are you doing? How is he supposed to throw? Russell Wilson's not making that throw. Justin Fields one of the only dudes who can turn that into a 15-yard play. Harrison doesn't like contact and isn't good at blocking. Seems to be a theme for star wide receivers, even though he's a rookie. Now that we're 6 weeks in, would you rather have had Aaron Jones or Jacobs? If we're in a Madden simulation and I know Aaron Jones is not getting injured for the entire season, I'm going with Aaron Jones every day of the week. But I love the bruiser in Josh Jacobs. And I think Josh is a stud. I think Aaron's a stud. I miss Aaron Jones so much. And, seeing him succeed in Minnesota has been awesome. And he's such a great guy, like, especially for like team morale. But 3 years younger, I'm still going with Josh Jacobs. But I certainly will miss always Aaron Jones. But I'm really excited about Marshawn Lloyd, man. He averaged like 7 yards per carry last year at USC. No blocking, poor play calling, and lack of weapons outside of Pickens. I just can't believe Pittsburgh never did anything at that wide receiver position. And Roman, came back finally. And hopefully Roman can do some stuff for him. Calvin's in open space, phenomenal. Van Jefferson, I was hoping could get back to that, 2021 self. Just didn't happen. Arthur Smith, I don't think it's an Arthur Smith issue at all. I think it all boils down to offensive line. And, Najee can't do too much with a bad offensive line. I had so many advanced stats for like a video a week or two ago with the Pittsburgh run game. And Najee just gets hit before he even reaches the line of scrimmage. I do think a guy like Najee needs, Jaylen Warren. So Jalen's back. I know he didn't do anything really in the run department, but the Raiders still have a really good defense, all things considered, even with the loss of Christian Wilkins. I am a Packers fan. JJ Watt out of retirement. I saw that. JJ tweeted and he said, that's not happening. Russ is garbage. Seahawks and Broncos let him go for a reason. St. Brown was the best blocking receiver last year. I will not dispute that. Will Dillon play another snap for the Packers ever again? Probably not. Yeah. Probably not. I was really shocked when I saw AJ Dillon before. Wasn't it like right before? I swear, like right before we signed Josh Jacobs, I'm pretty sure like it came out that we were letting Aaron Jones walk and re-signing AJ Dillon. I was like, what? What's up, Scooter? Marshawn Lloyd, man. I'm if he can stay healthy, because he has not been able to since he got drafted. If Marshawn Lloyd can stay healthy, you should try team-specific streams. Let's talk Raiders. Honestly, man, streaming really drains me. Not at the time, but like right now I'm energized. I just ripped the Celsius, but Um, Streaming drains me on other channels. Like after, maybe that's just a skill issue. Yeah. Well, I got this Fields jersey because had a Fields video in the summer saying, if this gets over 2.5K likes or whatever, I'll get a Fields jersey, and it came true. Skull to the bowl. All right, let's finish up these power rankings. All right, Pittsburgh, Washington clocking in at 8. Who do they have next week? Oh, no, sorry, it's 2 weeks. We got Bears Commanders in 2 weeks, which will be very fun. Buffalo, man, I love Josh Allen. He's a former golf ball supporter. I'm rooting so hard for the Jets because of Aaron Rodgers and my RB1 and Brees Hall. But Buffalo's cool, man. I don't really watch many Buffalo games. I don't think I've actually ever even made a Buffalo Bills video, which I should do, and I know I should do every single week. But they need a win here. Atlanta Falcons, number 10. Kirk's back. Bajan's back. Tyler Algier had a great game. I know it's Carolina's defense. They can't stop the run for anything. Man, I really like that Falcons team. I'm very, very, very excited for this Falcons team. Eagles, it's such a mess, man. I don't even know. I don't like Nick Sirianni. I'll just say it. So I love Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, Smith, Brown, Goddard. Cool defense, especially the secondary, the young secondary. But I do not like Nick Sirianni, and I wouldn't trust him for a second, honestly, ever. But I guess they made the Super Bowl a couple of years ago, which still feels like a fever dream. Thank you, True North Media. Appreciate you. I'm ready for Vikings football to come back. San Fran at 12. I fucking hate the 49ers. I'm not even talking about them. They've ruined my childhood for my entire life and into my adult life. I hate San Francisco. They have such cool jerseys. They're such a cool team. It's such a cool city. I love all their sporting teams. And if Green Bay could figure it out like maybe once in their life against them, then I wouldn't hate them with a burning passion. But like Jimmy Garoppolo shits, Colin Shitternick, like I fucking hate San Francisco. I just hate them so much. Purdy getting revenge on the home Sunday. We got Chiefs Niners this week. I like Brock Purdy. All right, I'm gonna do a quick eye test here. Seattle, Atlanta. That's gonna be a fun game. We got Houston, Green Bay. Little nervous about that game. We're about to learn a lot about both of them. Detroit, Minnesota, game of the week. So I'll be watching both of those. Other than that, yeah, Kansas City, San Fran. Ooh, Jets, Steelers, Sunday Night Football. 2 Monday night games. It's so stupid. Baltimore, Tampa. I wanted to go to that. I guess I ran out of time here on the Chargers, Arizona. At 9 p.m. Why are we playing? I guess I'm East Coast, but I just don't. You don't think San Francisco is a cool city? Let me change your mind. I think everybody knows where this is going here. San Francisco's. You lost me. Let me look at. Let me pull this up here. Let's get everyone. Man, I need a haircut badly. Let's just scroll through these pictures here. End of story. Look at that. I saw a video of how this thing was made, and it just blows your freaking mind. Can't believe that exists. Oh man, that Hutchinson. I was watching both of them at the same time. I was watching Steelers, Raiders, and Lions, Cowboys, and that Steelers game was wrapping up, and so I was about to hop on the mic, and I still haven't posted that. I was about to hop on the mic, and that just sucked the wind out of you, man. That took like 20 minutes. Micah tapping on like Jared Goff's crying. That was the worst thing ever. I couldn't look at a video until today, and I wish I didn't. And you feel so bad. You just feel so bad. Tampa at 13. Baker Mayfield, Chicago Bears 14. Chargers got a great win there. They're at 15. Dallas still at 16. Wow. They just lost 42-9. Was it, or 47-9? Seattle 17. They need a win so badly, and now you got to play Atlanta on the road, I think. sucks. Denver at 18. Cincy, I will stand by this take with Cincinnati. Cincinnati's making the playoffs. They're making the playoffs. I'll pull up their schedule here. I know, like, even yesterday didn't look good. Didn't look great outside of like Joe Burrow's run. It did not look good. All right, let's go through the Bengals schedule here. All right, you got Cleveland next week. All right, 3 wins. Philly at home, I'm going to give it to them. Vegas at home, I'm going to give it to them. Baltimore, I'll let you have it, Baltimore. On the road. Thursday Night Football, though, I don't know, a short week. I guess I have to give it to Baltimore. That's 5 wins. The Chargers, that's tough, too, on the road. All right, we'll leave that one. Pittsburgh, if you can win one of them, you got 6. Dallas on the road, Monday Night Football, I'm going to give it to them. Tennessee on the road, I'm going to give it to them. Cleveland, oh, sorry, you guys can't see this. Cleveland, Denver, and then Pittsburgh again. Yeah, it might be a little tough. Looking at it. It might be a little tough. I'm still going to stand. I'm going to stick to my guns here and just, if they can figure it out defensively, which I don't care that it's Danny Dimes and he's like 1-12 in primetime television. I don't really care because they just took down Seattle a couple of weeks ago. I think that was an encouraging defensive performance. I didn't like Baker when first in the league, but kind of pulling for him now. Redemption arc, mature, grown up. What's up, Trappy? Long-time listener, appreciate you. I'm trying to start this football podcast. Once again, guys, link down below. Spotify and Apple, all this is put up on there like an hour after the show. Brad's cooking something up, I'm sure. Just need everyone else on D to step up, become a cohesive team. Remember, we are out of the Sanders, Stafford, plus Megatron era. We need to compete as a team. Beautifully said. Brian Branch quickly emerging as a superstar. New York Jets 20. Colts 21. Flacco getting the job done. Dolphins at 22. I think Tua's coming back, right? Saints, that car injury sucks. I feel bad for the Saints, man. I've never made a Saints video until a couple of weeks ago, and they won their first 2 games with Kubiak, and it was cool making Saints videos, and now they've lost 4 straight, and Derek Carr's hurt, but Rattler's cool. Yeah, I love Go Gamecocks. Yeah, I'm still doing the golf podcast. We're going to do it like tomorrow. Go check out Golf on Pod on Instagram if you guys like golf. Arizona Cardinals 24. The Raiders at 25. 26 the Giants. 27 the Rams. 28 the Titans. 29 the Patriots. Drake May looked cool. Jags at 30th, which is just such an interesting team. Carolina 31 and Cleveland as the worst team in the NFL. You're starting to see the disparity in these teams here. Oh, man. Need a haircut badly. Look at this cowlick, dude. It's like the worst spot. The Jags, I think they dropped 5 touchdowns. I think I saw a tweet that they dropped 5 touchdown balls the other day or yesterday morning. I wasn't able to watch it because we still had no power. Went to freaking McDonald's, ripped a QP and a McChicken, trying to charge up our stuff because I had to watch football somehow. So I didn't watch that game, but it was 3-0, or I didn't watch the full game. 3-0 in the first quarter. Oh, man. That's true. Game Girls channel. Thank you, Scooter. Appreciate you. All right, it's hot, man. I'm going to get out of here, eat some food, and thank you guys so much for listening. I want to start doing these like 3 times a week. I think I'm always going to do a Monday show before Monday Night Football during the day when I got the most energy. And so usually around 12 to 2 Eastern time. And then I'm thinking like maybe like Wednesday and Friday afternoons. We'll see. But thank you guys for listening. We'll see you soon. I'm about to post Steelers videos. So check that out if you're interested. And once again, like you guys listen to this on Spotify and Apple, links down below. I'll put up a community post in an hour or so, and I'll give it a 5-star rating if you don't mind. Thank you guys. Have a great rest of your week. We'll see you soon.